Assalamu alaikum, dear friends and kids. Welcome back to your own channel that is Quran for Kids. In the previous video, we discussed about some forbidden foods in Islam. And we also discussed to be honest with knowledge and always stick to what Allah has revealed. Now we will move forwards towards Surah Al-Baqarah. But before moving forward, let's talk about the highlights. Number 1. The righteousness is more than rituals. Number 2. Belief in all core pillars of Islam, Allah, angels, books, prophets, the day of judgment is essential for true faith. Number 3. The legal justice, that is qisas, is prescribed to uphold justice, but forgiveness is encouraged where possible. Let's start.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة والموفون بعهدهم إذا عاهدوا والصابرين في البأساء والضراء وحين البأس أولئك الذين صدقوا وأولئك هم المتقون.
Righteousness is not that you turn your faces toward the east or the west, but righteousness is one who believes in Allah, the last day, the angels, the book, and the prophets, and gives wealth in spite of love for it to relatives, orphans, the needy, the traveler, those who ask for help, and for freeing slaves. Establishes prayer and gives zakah, those who fulfill their promise when they promise, and those who are patient in poverty and hardship, enduring better. Those are the ones who have been true, and it is those who are the righteous. This verse is the gem of all the verses. This verse indicates the true philosophy of righteousness. This verse talks about the basic rights of Allah and human beings. The Jews of Medina used to taunt about the direction of prayer and criticize Muslims when they faced Masjid al-Aqsa for prayer, and after that the direction changed to Kaaba. Allah is saying that righteousness is not just praying towards any direction, it's just an act. So, what is the true essence of righteousness? Let's explore. The righteousness is divided into two parts. Number 1, the rights of Allah, and number 2, the rights of human beings. First, we will talk about the rights of Allah. And above all, the number 1 is belief in Allah. Belief in the oneness of Allah, and He is the only supreme power and creator of this universe. Number 2, Day of Judgment. Belief on the day of accountability is a part of our faith. Whatever good or bad we do in this world is accountable on the judgment day. Number 3, Angels. Belief on the angels of Allah is a part of righteousness. Number 4, Holy Books. Belief in all the holy books, that those books are from Allah. Number 5, Prophets. It's the major part of our belief that we have faith in all the prophets of Allah. Now we will move forward towards human rights. Number 1, spend money. Allah has given rights to some people on your earned money, so that if you spend money on others, the love of wealth will eradicate from your heart. The first right is of your relatives. The first right on your money is of your close relatives like brother, sister, and then other close relations. The most difficult task is to spend money on your relatives because of jealousy factor. That's why Allah mentioned them first so that He can destroy the love of money from our heart. Orphans, needy, and traveler. After relatives spend your money on orphans as they lost their parents and then the needy ones. Travelers. In old days, it was very difficult to travel from one place to another, and there was no source of distant communication. If a caravan get robbed, it was almost nothing for those travelers except to die. Hence, it is allowed to give your zakat to travelers. One who asks for money. Although Islam discourages begging, but if someone has real issue, you should help. Professional beggars should not be given money. You should refuse them politely. To free someone. In old times, there was the tradition of slaves. It was allowed to give your zakat to free a slave, and it has very much reward in eye of Allah. In modern days, the tradition of slave is extinct. Nowadays, we can apply this rule on a person who is under heavy debt. We can pay his debt as zakat and can free him from this burden. The next part of this verse is about the traits of righteous man. The person who offers prayer, pays zakat, fulfill the promises, and be patient in less money, strict time, and at the time of battle. These are the folks who have fulfilled all the rights of people as well as of Allah. These are the righteous people and will gain reward in the life hereafter. My dear friends, there is too much value of fulfilling the rights of human. If you have hurt any person, Allah will not forgive you until that person forgives you. So this implies that the rights of people are more sensitive than rights of Allah. Be careful in dealing with the people. Always be kind and helpful.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم القصاص في القتلى الحر بالحر والعبد بالعبد والأنثى بالأنثى فمن عفي له من أخيه شيء فاتباع بالمعروف وأداء إليه بإحسان ذلك تخفيف من ربكم ورحمة فمن اعتدى بعد ذلك فله عذاب أليم.
O you who have believed, prescribed for you is legal retribution for those murdered, the free for the free, the slave for the slave, and the female for the female. But if the killer is forgiven by the brother of the slave, then grant him a suitable follow-up and payment to him with good conduct. This is an alleviation from your Lord and a mercy. But whoever transgresses after that will have painful punishment. This verse tells us about the very important Islamic law for equal justice, called as qisas, especially in serious crimes like murder or injury. This law is especially in the case of murder. If a person has murdered someone, then in revenge only the murderer will be punished to death by judiciary. Islam encourages equal revenge, female in return to female, free man in return to free man, and slave in return to slave. All this to create deterrence in the society. But keep in mind, all this will be under the control of judiciary. There is another option which Islam represents, that is compensation. If the brother of the person murdered is ready to forgive the murderer, then he should compensate them with suitable and good amount of money with fair conduct. This is called diyat in Islam. This is the limit that our Lord has set, and whoever will cross the limit will be punished. Thanks for watching, kids and my dear friends. Don't forget to share these videos with your friends and families. This share will be Sadqa Jariya for you, inshallah. See you in the next video. Take care. Allah Hafiz.